Let's take you to this now. EFF leader Julius Malema has arrived in Tembisa. This is to monitor the registration drive in Ekurhuleni. Let's take you live.
And vote for EFF. So we are happy that volunteers of the EFF know what they are doing here in Katlewu, and we appreciate that the leadership is leading from the front. And wabona le mota fling ya rena unchi basadi.
Yes.
So Basadi branch ya rena, and we are very happy. So fighters ke leboa a re tsweleng pele re sebetsa ke kopa le ska tlhaba mashata batho ba ba SABC ba re ba batla go botsa dipotso before re tsamaya, so re ke ba fe chance.
Thank you so much. And I'm with the SABC. We saw you yesterday, just crossing Soweto. Today you went to Alex, you are here. Just, talk to us with regards to, how you feel, your thoughts in terms of voter registration this weekend.
Well, our registration as the EFF, we have a bit of a problem in Johannesburg because they allow people to close the M1 with cycling. Something that we are not allowed to do even when we are protesting. As a result, most of the stations were delayed. They could not open on time because traffic was difficult. But otherwise, when the station got to be opened, everything went smooth, and we were satisfied with how our people. Our report now suggests that
we do have that line back. Let's take you back to Ekurhuleni with the EFF leader Julius Malema.
That we tolerate each other. In the EFF, we have the highest form of discipline. If any leader of the ANC visits the station, I will not expect the EFF members and volunteers to do what is happening next door. They have to be as disciplined as possible and concentrate on their work, because they must never be provoked by anyone. They are here to register people, and that is their business. Anyone who comes and provoke them and want to commit crime, that person must be reported to the IEC and the police to handle that situation. We are not a violent organization. The EFF is going to perform well under peace. The ANC performs well under violence, because that's where confusion is. So we want peace for us to prevail. So we preach a message of peace, but at the highest level, the message of peace is the elections have got a potential to spark a civil war. If not properly handled, that could be a turning point of a civil war for the country. And no country needs a civil war, because no country recovers from a civil war. So we must try and act with restriction to avoid engaging in a potential civil war because of political differences. So political tolerance is the most highest thing that should be applied now. When I go into elections, I'm the most relaxed person. When I walk, when I interact with people, I don't expect anyone to shoot me or fight me, because we must all win people over through persuasion, not through violence, not through shooting other people. What do you have to offer these people? Leave me to speak to them. When I leave, you'll get your turn to speak to them, and they will make up their minds. So that's where I come from, and that's where my message of tolerance comes from.
Last question from me. Are you happy with young people's number of registration thus far? And just to add on that, with regards to voter education, starting from this year until, are you happy with, in terms of South African being, in terms of how important voting is?
Well, I'm very happy with the youth. The youth is now beginning to appreciate that we have a duty to deliver our own future. That our future will not be in the hands of other people. So the youth must take responsibility. The youth is unemployed. The youth is not in school. The youth is not in business. The youth has surrendered to alcohol and drugs. That's why these ones next door say they are going to bring taverns, modern taverns in the township, because they want to continue to destroy the youth. And they love them drunk, because when they are drunk, they don't take responsibility. We want the sober youth that will focus its attack on the government and say this is who we are and we want the following. So we want the youth to be clear that the future is not alcohol, the future is voting and delivering a decisive government. So that level of consciousness is very high amongst young people. That's why if you look at here under the EFF tent and you look at next door, there are young people, both sides. And then when you go inside the classroom, the people I found, all of them were young people. So with what is happening now, you can appreciate that the youth have taken a stand. And we want the youth to go out and call others that this future belongs to us, not to some old veterans who claim they've liberated us, yet they are stealing from us. So we are happy with the youth, and we know the youth of South Africa will not disappoint. Thank you. Okay, thank you.